Hey guys, Vance here, and welcome to episode 2 of The Return. Today is a very special day, a very important day, because today is fucking back day. We are so back. Yes, today is back day. So, basically, first time hitting back in a while. I'm going to keep it real basic. Try to go as heavy as possible with some compound movements. I'm going to start off with deadlifts and then move on to bent over rows and then pullovers. There's this really nice old school pullover machine in my gym, and going to do pullovers and then lat pull downs, and then finish off with some cable rows, like high reps, lightweight, to get a good pump, basically. So yeah, man, should be fun. So, on the way there, I figured I would talk about basically what happened with my third hospitalization. So this is after I got out of the second hospital that I was in, and I got out December 6th. So basically, got out of the hospital December 6th. I got admitted there, I think it was October 1st or September 30th or something, and I got out December 6th of 2023. And basically, at this point in time, I was completely out of my fucking mind, okay? I wasn't crazy at all, when I got admitted the first time into the hospital. I did some weird shit, but being in that hospital made me 10 times fucking worse than what I was before, in my opinion. Basically, when I was in that hospital, I started to get this notion, or get this idea that I was fucking God. G-O-D, God. Alright. Now, for some reason, and I have no idea why to this day, shortly before I got into the second hospital, I started feeling these weird, pulses, I guess you could call it, in my body. These weird little, twitches, or muscle spasms, or these weird, just this weird fucking feeling in my body. And this is funny. Before I went to the second hospital, I felt them in my calves, and I thought that was some kind of spiritual fucking thing telling me to train my calves, because I never trained my fucking calves. And I should mention this, before I got into the second hospital, I had got hospitalized once, because I got into a car accident, and the reason why I got into the car accident was because I thought that I was gonna fucking die. I thought that people were chasing me. I thought I was being gang stalked by the CIA or some crazy shit. And I thought, and after, so I was fleeing. I was speeding away from, I left my girlfriend's house, and I was speeding away. I didn't go home, and I sped away, and I rear-ended somebody, and then I got into a fight with them, and then got hospitalized, and then they sent me to a mental hospital for 1 week. And in this mental hospital, I noticed something strange. Every time after I took a shower, in my mirror, like in my bathroom mirror, it would spell out the word Jehovah on the glass. Like, you know how the steam from the shower kind of fogs up the glass? A little outline of the word Jehovah was on the glass. And at the time, I didn't know what that meant. I looked it up when I got home, and that was basically like another word for God, right? So that was fucking weird. So I got hospitalized the second time, and then in the hospital, at first I still thought that I had like a microchip in my brain planted by like the CIA, or I thought it was like Elon Musk because he had that like Neuralink thing going on, and I thought that, you know, I had like a microchip in my brain. So I thought that for the longest time, but then, you know, slowly over time, I just got like crazier and crazier, and I eventually thought that I was the president of the United States, and I thought my best friend was like going to be the vice president, and my girlfriend was going to be like the first lady. And then after like a few weeks or like a month of thinking that, then I thought that I was God, because I thought that everybody around me was like reading my thoughts, and I was like communicating with them like through our brains or whatever. I don't know what the word for that is, like telepathy or something. But yeah, I thought I was fucking God. It was the craziest shit ever. So when I got out of the hospital, I had another manic episode, and I posted a bunch of weird shit to my Instagram story about how like I was God, and that Jesus Christ was my son, and that he was going to come back on the 25th of December, you know, Christmas, his birthday. And yeah, I posted like my son will return on his birthday, and I posted a bunch of shit about like, you know, me being God, and yeah, man, it was fucking insane. So yeah, I don't know, like, I guess it was just from the bipolar, and the meds they gave me in the hospital like didn't work at all, because it just made me fucking worse. So yeah, anyways, I believed that for a really long time. Well, not a long time, like a couple months. And after I got out of the hospital, because I thought that I was God, I basically set out on a fucking trek. Oh shit. I basically set out on a fucking trek to Niagara Falls. I got in my dad's car, and I tried to drive to Niagara Falls, which is like 8 hours from where I live. And the reason why is because, you know, I thought I was fucking God, and I wanted to see like my glorious creation, basically. And yeah, man, it was fucking insane. And my parents like called me and were like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm going to Niagara Falls. And then, you know, they tried to get me to stop the car. My parents called me, my friends called me, my sister called me, my ex-girlfriend called me, and she texted me saying that she wanted to see it with me and to come back, basically. And then she was at my house, and but I didn't fucking listen. And then eventually, during this whole time, I was speeding like a maniac. I was going like 110, no, like 90, 100, like 110, something like that. Like crazy speed on the highway going up to New York. And eventually I got stopped by the cops, and I went on my tangent about how like I was God, and how like, you know, Jesus is coming back and all that stuff. So then they took me to a hospital, a mental hospital, and then this was the last one I was in. And then I still believed that I was God. I told everybody in that hospital that like I was God, and you know, I didn't get a lot of shit for it, actually. They were like pretty supportive of me, so it kind of just like enabled me to like be crazy or whatever. And Yeah, so about that thing with like the pulses or the twitches or whatever, I felt those like all the fucking time, and I would think something, and then like I would feel something. So I basically like put the two together, and I was like, oh, you know, what I'm believing or what I'm saying must be true, because I'm feeling this fucking sensation in my body, which I still have no idea what it is. Sometimes I get it to this day, but like it's definitely calmed down. So I have no fucking clue what that was. But yeah, basically, so after like a week in this third mental hospital, which was the nicest one by far, best food, the people were nice, definitely better than the second one I was in. They gave me a shot of Risperdal. They gave it in my stomach, and it was the most painful fucking injection ever. Like, and it left a little like marble in my stomach that took a few months to go away. And I couldn't lay on my stomach at all or anything. I couldn't touch it. It was really painful. But yeah, that was like the shot that saved my life, because like after I got that shot, all of those thoughts like disappeared. And the fact that Christmas passed, and you know, obviously Jesus didn't come back, that kind of like put an end to like all my craziness, I guess. And then of course I got prescribed lithium and Risperdal, which I've been taking since. And so yeah, now I'm chill. Now I'm cool. My bipolar is under control. But yeah, man, that was some freaky shit for sure. I'm glad it's all over, and I'm glad I'm back into the swing of things and stuff. So yeah, gonna hit back today. Tomorrow I'll do legs, and then chest and shoulders, and then take a 2-day rest. I weighed myself this morning, fasted. I'm 178 pounds, so I'm gonna weigh myself next Friday, see where I'm at. Hopefully I'll be at 179 or 180, and then you know, go from there. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Alright, starting with deadlifts here. I got a plate on the bar. See how this feels. In my opinion, deadlifts start at one plate, but okay, let's see if I remember how to do these. Okay. Pretty fucking easy. I'll slap on another plate. Alright. I'm shooting for sets of 8 here. Do like 3 sets of 8. Alright. All right, cool. I feel like that's a good weight. Oh man, I'm fucking winded. Let me spit out my gum real quick. My all-time best deadlift was, oh man, I think 385 or 395. I remember I went for 4-plate once and couldn't lock it out. If you see my shirt here, SummerSlam 2021, that was my powerlifting meet that I did way back when, before I switched to bodybuilding. I hit, it's on my Instagram if you want to check it out, but if I remember correctly, I hit a 165 bench, like poverty bench, 290 squat, or like 295 or something, and then a 345 deadlifts, or 335, something like that. So that was fun. But now I'm more focused on like bodybuilding. My arms are pretty fucking sore, so that's good. Especially my right bicep. Whew. All right, let's do this. Halfway there. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I had to call it at 7. Whew. Oh man. I'm not really used to doing high rep deadlifts like 8 to 12. I'm more used to like singles or like 3 or 5. But you know, gotta do high reps for hypertrophy. And yeah, for this last set I'll do 6. I think that'll be good. And then next time I hit back, I'll try to go for all 8 on all sets. But man, I'm fucking dying. Whew. Spinal erectors are pretty pumped already. I want nice, thick, like filet mignon spinal erectors. Oh man. I do have a lifting belt, an SBD lifting belt, but I don't know if I want to use that because like I'm really trying to work on my core because I have no fucking abs, man, and I really want some. So I figured if I just keep the weight, you know, relatively light and do high reps, then these things will grow. And I'm sticking a double overhand. I used to do mixed grip, but I think moving forward, I'm gonna stick to double overhand for forearm gains because my forearms are pretty small. So, whew. This gym is really nice. It's got this is its own little like room for like powerlifting stuff. It's got 2 squat racks, 4 benches, and 2 deadlift platforms. Oh, man. I drank a bunch of cherry juice before I came. Slammed some Total War pre-workout. And when I get home, I'm gonna drink like a whole chocolate Fairlife thing, however many liters that is. I used to do that a lot back in the day. I kind of got a reputation among my like friend group for being able to drink a fucking whole Fairlife in like, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes. This is how I used to do it. That was back during my, this bulk I did in high school where I got up to 210 pounds. I was pretty fucking fat. I remember going up the stairs in my high school. My homeroom was at like the top floor, and then there were like 3 floors. So I had to walk all the way up the stairs for like every morning, and it was a fucking struggle being that heavy. All right, enough jibber jabber. Let's get this done. We're gonna go for 6, and then we can move on to bent over rows. Definitely feel a good lower back pump, good lat pump. So doing something right. Whew. Fuck. Stay fucking level. Stay even. There you go. Okay. Whew. So, Jesus. So you might be wondering why I got a different set of clothes on. Basically, after deadlifts, I threw up. So I went home, took a nap, and now I'm back to finish up these last back exercises here. And then later today, like later tonight, it's very early in the morning right now, I'll hit legs. So yeah, let's get started on pullovers. I got some 25s on. Here we go. Oh, it's very hard getting set up on this. All right, that was pretty easy. I'm gonna throw on 2 more 25s. That's a 35. That should be a good weight to do set to 12 on. I need a haircut. That's a pretty good weight. This is a personal favorite of mine. It's a nice old school lift. You don't really see many gyms with this machine in it. But I know it was a favorite of like Dorian Yates and some other old school greats. So yeah, definitely a good lift. If your gym has a pullover machine, I highly recommend using it. Gives a good, like right here, gives a good stretch on your like upper lats. Yeah, it's pretty good weight. I mean, pretty good exercise. I got the 25s on. I think next time I hit back, I'll throw on some 10s and then do the same reps, 12 reps, and then throw on the 45s. I used to be able to rep 45s and like 145 each side and 125 each side. So get back to doing that eventually and see how it goes. Another favorite lift of mine that I didn't do in my arms video is something I got from Eric Egenhagen. He gets like a decline bench, and then he gets an easy curl bar, and he puts the easy curl bar on the floor, gets on the decline bench, and then like does a pullover, like he pulls it over his head, presses it, and then does like a skull crusher back to the ground, pulls it over, and then he does the process over again. It's a very good lift. I remember I posted on my Instagram story, I think like a year or like a year and a half ago, I tried 2 plates on that and failed. But I still got it over my head. I still pulled it over, and I got it like halfway up in the air. And it was funny because when I pulled it over, I like barely got it over. So I hit the top of my nose and got like a wicked, like, I hit a pimple or something and it just bled like a motherfucker. Like scraped the skin off and everything. So, but it's a very good lift. I'll definitely show you guys next arm day. Yeah. All right, let's get the second set in. Yeah, so I'll do these and then move on to a classic lat pull downs and then finish up with cable rows. So I'll do like 15 to 20 reps, just like really banging it out, try to get a good pump. And I would do pull-ups, but I don't think, my last gym had a weight belt where like you could, like for dips and stuff and pull-ups, you put a belt on and attach a weight to it. I don't think this gym has that. I could buy my own. I'll probably have to buy my own at some point, but yeah, I don't think, like I think something really important when you're like lifting is to incorporate progressive overload. And like, you know, if you're just doing body weight pull-ups, you know, you do so many of those, you know, eventually you gotta add some weight and continue adding weight to, you know, get some actual fucking benefit out of the lift. So, yeah. When it comes to bent over rows, in the intro to this, the car talk, I said that I would do deadlifts and then bent over rows, but after seeing how deadlifts feel after all this fucking time, I think it's smarter to do like, I'll do deadlifts one back day, and then the next back day I'll do bent over rows and kind of alternate between the two. I think that's smarter, and it's easier on the back, you know, because my lower back is like fried in those deadlifts. Yeah. So, yeah, tomorrow legs. Should be fun. Squatting for the first time forever would be weak as shit. You know, my best squat set ever was 265 for 10. And I definitely can't do that now. So it'll be interesting to see where that's at. Yeah, should be fun. All right, last set. Lat pull downs. All right, getting started on lat pull downs here. My apologies. I think in the last exercise, I said I had 125 on each side, like one 25-pound plate on each side. I had two 25-pound plates on each side, which is more than 145 on each side, obviously, and it's 50 pounds. So next time I'll do a plate, maybe a plate in 25, maybe. See how that feels. Maybe I'll only get 8 reps, but you know, gotta progressively overload and whatnot. All right, let's get started here. I got it on 77 pounds here. Gotta make a note of that so I know to progressively overload. Let's see how this feels. I'm gonna try and go for 12 reps. Perfect. So, yeah, you gotta make a note of that. 77 pounds. Next time I'll move up to 88 pounds. That's the next like slab on the stack there. And yeah, shoot for 12 reps. Getting a bit of a pump already. I definitely feel my mid back like getting worked. So that's good. It sucks that you know, this gym is playing all this copyright music. You know, my videos are getting fucking copyright striked. I'm not gonna make any money. You know, but whatever. This is more for like, damn. This is more for like just documentation purposes, I guess, you know, or whatever you want to call it. I just got to make sure that I make note of, you know, what weight I use in each video so that next time I can do more or more reps or whatever. And yeah. Something I don't really like is that this this pull down or this pulley machine or whatever is pretty like low to the ground. Like, I'm 6 foot, you know, which isn't outrageously tall, but you know, in my old gym, it was like I actually had to like stand up to get the attachment, but here I can just get it sitting down, which, you know, is what it is. Whatever. Alright. Let's do this. Two more. Okay. Heart rate is pretty fast. Let me know in the comments, you know, what's your favorite back exercise? You know, what does your back day look like? So we can like compare and contrast, I guess. You know, No matter how much I push my hair back, it just gets crazy. So yeah, like I said, after deadlift, I threw up, had to go home, and I did a car talk, and I got into a story from when I was hospitalized that's pretty fucking interesting. So that'll be at the end of this video. So yeah, definitely stay tuned, or skip there if you want. Yeah. I got my A700 Red Pill shirt on, which has a bench grip on the back, so maybe I should have saved this for chest and shoulder day, but oh well. But yeah. All right, last set. Make sure my lats are engaged here. Pull my shoulders back. Okay. All right, let's do some cable rows. All right, time for some cable rows. I'm gonna do a relatively lightweight here. Try to get like 15 reps, just to get a good squeeze, get a good pump. I got 66 pounds on. See how that feels. Okay. That's pretty good. I think I'll stick with that. One thing I noticed, it's not so much my back that's like failing on me towards the end there. It's my arms, because my arms are sore as shit from yesterday's arm day. So might have to switch it around a little bit. Maybe I'll start with chest and shoulders, then do back, then legs, then arms. So switch chest and shoulder with arms. It might be beneficial. But yeah, these feel pretty good. Definitely feel a good pump. This is nice after a while of not training back. I think my back was definitely like a highlight of my physique back during summer of 2023. If you look at my Instagram profile, my profile picture is a back double bicep on my bed. It was funny. I had to I was on my bed and I was on my knees and I was in my underwear and like I was on my knees and my feet were behind me and then my ass is like so huge in the underwear and then like just this big back and yeah, I had to cut out the ass for my Instagram profile picture, of course. But yeah, speaking of ass, you know, we got legs tomorrow. Gonna do some heavy squats, or at least heavy for me at this current untrained state. And I'm gonna be fucking sore, man. For sure. Definitely gonna be hard to walk. But comes with the territory, you know? Alright. Oh man. Good set. I'm gonna get some water. So, I think the gym is empty. I just saw like one or two guys in here, but I don't know for sure. Because I was gonna say like, I really wanna try to do the Angel of Death scream, you know, from that Slayer song. But just in case there's somebody in here, you know, I'll wait for another day so you guys can hear that. But yeah, this is a pretty good gym. I really like it. It's Wolf Fitness in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. It's like a 30-minute drive from my house. Not too shabby. Alright, let's do this. Last set, make it count. Come on, triceps. Don't fail me now. Alright, let's go check the pump. Okay, we're in the posing room here. Let me take my mic off and take my shirt off and see how the pump looks. Shit, my mic was on the floor. I said, you know, gotta hit it most muscular too. All right, let's see what the back looks like. I'm gonna put my mic down and try to do a lat spread. I never really got the hang of doing them, but you know, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. All right. All right, guys. So that was back day. Now this car talk that I'm about to get into, I took this right after I left the gym after deadlifting. So I'm gonna be in a different set of clothes. I'm gonna be saying like, "Oh man, you know I fucked that up" or whatever. But yeah, of course I came back, as you can see. But stick around for the story. It's a real good one, and I'll catch you guys later. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Just had to leave the gym because right after doing deadlifts, I threw up. All that cherry juice and all the fucking ground beef I ate earlier, I lost it all in the fucking wastebasket. I don't know, man. It's just been so long. I guess my body was just like, you know, what the fuck are you doing? So, failed back day, but that's okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since I'm scared to do any more lifts in fear of throwing up again, I'm basically gonna go home, take a nap, and then hit legs tomorrow, and I'll do all my back accessories that I was gonna do. So I won't do bent over rows, but I'll do lat pull downs, cable rows, and the pullover machine after I finish legs. So yeah, that's the plan. You may be wondering to yourself, like, you know, why am I even uploading this fucking video? Because I only did, you know, one exercise. But I figure, you know, I want to be as raw and as forthcoming, if that's the right word, as possible with these videos. So I feel like, you know, I might as well upload this one, even though it was a total failure, just so that, you know, in the future I can go back and, like, I don't know, like, compare myself to how I was when I was, like, starting out this journey, you know. So yeah, that's the long and short of it. Gonna go home, probably not drink any Fairlife, because I'll probably throw that up. Or maybe I won't. Maybe that was just a, like, one-time thing. But and then tomorrow I'll hit legs and I'll finish up the back accessories. Ugh. I gotta brush my teeth. So yeah, kind of fucking sucks, but, you know, business as usual in the Temple of Iron, I guess. So, I figure this is a good time to tell you guys a story from when I was in the hospital. So, let me clarify, because I was rewatching my earlier segment and I realized it was kind of confusing. So, let me try and clarify. So, I got into a car accident, and that was the first time I was ever hospitalized for like a mental disorder. They thought I had schizophrenia because like I thought people were chasing me or whatever, and I don't have schizophrenia. I have bipolar, but like I don't hear voices or anything. But so that was the first time I got hospitalized. Then the second time I got hospitalized was like that whole thing I talked about last video where, you know, I went to my girlfriend's house and then I tried to go again, and then my mom called the police on me. And so that was the second time. That was the worst time and the longest time that I was hospitalized. The first time I was hospitalized was only for a week. And then the second time, that was for like 2 or 3 months. No, 2 months. 2 months. And then after I got out of that hospital, you know, 2 fucking days later, I was hospitalized again in New York for thinking that I was God and trying to go to Niagara Falls. So in total, I was hospitalized 3 times for mental issues. So, yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. I have a lot of stories from these hospitalizations. I don't want to tell them all in one video because, like, then, you know, I don't have any content. But this is kind of a short and sweet one. So this was during the time that I thought that I was God. Basically, I had this twisted fucking theory in my mind that everybody on planet Earth was a virgin except for me. And I thought that when I was born, I thought that I was God, of course. And I thought that every other human being was like my creation. So I just thought that they kind of just came out of thin air, right? I didn't think that, you know, they had sex. Even though I've watched porn before, you know. It was a twisted fucking theory that, like, all porn was fake and that, you know, everybody on planet Earth was a virgin except for me and my girlfriend. So one night I figured, you know, it kind of sucks that everybody's missing out on sex. And I thought that I was like a cruel God for not allowing, you know, people to have sex. So basically, I enacted this thing that I called the holy consummation. So basically, I thought of every single person in my life that was above the age of 18 and was like, okay, tonight's the night you're gonna get laid and you're gonna make a baby, and then I'm gonna be like the godfather of that child, right? Sick, twisted fucking shit. Like, I thought that my best friend would get his girlfriend pregnant, and then, like, after I got out of the hospital, the baby would, like, magically already been conceived and birthed and shit, and then I would have to, like, look after it as, like, the godfather or whatever. And yeah, so if you're watching this video and I know you in real life, I had a sick, twisted fucking plan for you to, like, fucking conceive a child, basically. And I paired up every boy that I knew with every girl that I knew, like completely, like people who don't even know each other. Like the people with couples, of course, yeah. But like people who didn't even know each other, I was like, oh yeah, that'd make a good match. And like it was fucking twisted. And I was like, okay, I'm in the hospital, so like I'm missing out on sex. So like I'm giving back to my people by like allowing them to breed. Like I said, crazy fucking shit. And God, it's so funny. Like, listen to that song Pillow Talk by Sylvia. I was listening to that song all day and all night. I would tell the nurses and shit to put it on, and I was just scheming of like these possible couples to like conceive children so that we could like, I don't know, like, oh, another thing, I thought that like at one point I thought everybody was on the moon and that they were like waiting for me to come. And then I'm part Hispanic because my last name is Torres Miller, and I had this sick twisted notion that like Christopher Columbus fucking, like, you know how he raped the natives of America and shit? I thought that rape wasn't even a real thing because I thought that sex wasn't a real thing unless I like okayed it, right? So I thought that, all that shit that Christopher Columbus did was like consensual, and then I was there in like a past life, like colonizing the native population of America, which if you go back in my lineage, I suppose is possible. But I thought I was personally doing that through like some weird like reincarnation shit. And yeah, I thought everybody was on the moon, and I thought that like all these like glorious children that they produced would like rebirth, like populate the moon, populate Mars and all the other planets, because as like a solution to overpopulation, right? And for the longest time I was fucking petrified because I thought at any moment I was gonna get like taken from my room and like get fucking put in a spacesuit and then be taken to the moon. And yeah, it was something else. That hospital, the point of it being in that hospital was to like fucking get better and, alleviate the symptoms of a manic episode. But I wasn't even having a manic episode at that point. I was just completely like out of my mind, fucking crazy, like insane. So yeah, that's my little story. Like I said, I have a bunch more that I'll get into in the later videos. Sorry that this video was kind of a disappointment, but I didn't want to continue training because I didn't want to risk like getting sick again and losing more of my food that I ate. I'm sure I'm going to be sore tomorrow anyway because I was going pretty hard on deadlifts. So yeah, I'll do legs tomorrow and then finish up back, and then like all will be right in the world. So yeah, no biggie. I hope you guys found some enjoyment from that little like crazy fucking story. But yeah, like I said, if you're watching this and I know you, like I thought you were fucking getting laid that night, man, and that you were gonna like have children, and man, I don't know. Crazy fucking shit. But it's all over. It's all in the past. You know. So that's good. But yeah, man, that's the video. Like I said, I know it's kind of a bummer. I only did one workout or one exercise. But maybe I'll edit together. Maybe I'll like edit the back exercises that I do tomorrow into this one so that it's not like a complete waste and it's not like such a short video. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that. I'll do the back exercises tomorrow. I'll edit them in to this video, and then so all that shit I just talked about, how like, oh, it sucks I only did one exercise, just forget it. I'll just do some editing magic, and it'll be like I got a full back day in, and then after that I'll upload the legs video, and yeah, man, should be cool. All right, see you then.